Hello and welcome to this film, Our Connection with Infinity. Everything known and unknown is connected to infinity, which is an endless neutral space of darkness. The human body is a reflection of the light of the soul and spirit that are held in the space of infinity. The soul and spirit are the creators of the physical body, giving it meaning and purpose, consciously and unconsciously. The human being is a dualistic energy of both the physical and the abstract self, the soul, spirit, aura, etheric body, and the 7 main chakras. The abstract is a dimension of consciousness, where aspects of the seemingly emptiness of infinity can be seen by those who have developed their clairvoyant faculty. The dense physical body, spirit and soul are derived from the creative light that is present in the infinite flow of universal consciousness. In this respect, planet Earth and all that exists on Earth have been created by the forces of universal laws that are united and polarized through the consciousness of our Creator, God. Each planet in the Earth's solar system continually emits waves of energy and magnetic forces that maintain the Earth's position through infinite space. The physical body, spirit, and soul are united as one through the light of universal consciousness that is grounded by the magnetic energy field of Earth. As the universal light passes through the energy fields of the aura, it decreases into a subatomic force, which then passes into the etheric body, the electromagnetic energy field that surrounds the entire physical body. The abstract 7 chakras of the physical body are created in the physical body during its creation. Each of the 7 chakras are seats of consciousness that maintain the balance of the physical body. All chakras are connected to the flow of light, which is sometimes called prana, and continually runs up and down the spinal column. The crown and root chakras of the dense physical body are the chakras that polarize the dense physical body, spirit and soul, when rebirth occurs and a new lifespan begins. The consciousness of the logical left and intuitive right hemispheres of the brain have been created to give the human being a sense of direction and stability whilst experiencing life on Earth. The physical dimensions of time, distance, and matter are prime examples of how the human mind is at first fixed into the physical timeline on Earth. This is chiefly experienced through the logical left hemisphere of the brain, which resonates on the physical third dimension of light. Esoterically speaking, the human being falls into two categories. The first is the human aspect, which is focused entirely upon the physical dimension and is left brain orientated. At this point in one's spiritual development, it is often the case that the physical eyes cannot see or detect abstract energies, which is chiefly due to the fact that the visual cortex is underdeveloped and is not yet connected to the right hemisphere of the brain. The second category is the abstract part of the psyche, which is the being aspect that is waiting for the visual cortex to be developed, if not already. The human being has been created in this way because the consciousness of logic operates through the physical light speed that holds the vibration of the third dimension. This is how we experience everything on the earth through the five physical senses. This means that from the logical perspective, the visual cortex of the brain has not yet been energized to receive the higher vibrations of light from the fourth and fifth dimensions, which are required to detect abstract forces. The only way any human being can access the abstract is by utilizing the right hemisphere of the brain that holds the consciousness of the fourth and fifth dimensions of light, that of higher consciousness. The activation of the higher consciousness can occur when, for example, one uses creative visualization meditation as a method to activate and develop the spiritual third eye that holds the clairvoyant faculty. This method awakens and activates the pineal and pituitary glands in the brain, which activate and stimulate the third eye that produces the clairvoyant faculty. This activity also stimulates the carotid gland, which is connected to the throat chakra, and when developed will activate the clairaudient faculty. The three higher senses of clairvoyant, clairaudient, and clairsentient faculties will become active, which means that you will have 8 senses, not 5. The three higher senses are right brain orientated but are completely aware of how the mind and the physical energy of the logic functions, which is the opposite to the logical mind's perception. The logical mind is not capable of expanding its consciousness by itself, simply because it was not created to. The main aspect of logic is to guard over and protect the everyday living of the physical life we experience. For example, humans have an innate sense of fear, that of self-preservation, that goes back to when humans first came to Earth, which is left-brain orientated. This fear kicks in whenever we sense danger or see something coming our way that may be life-threatening, and we act accordingly. But in today's world, fear has grown exponentially, which from my understanding is due to the fact that the ego is manipulating the logical mind to fear something that would not normally draw your attention. Another way to explain it is that a growing number of people fear what in reality is not there, chiefly because the ego triggers the imagination to make you believe that there is something to fear in an effort to prevent you from taking the next step forward. As the link between mind and the higher senses becomes more established through practical means such as creative visualization, meditation, the consciousness of the logical left hemisphere and the visual cortex are being rewired. Gradually, the visual cortex of the left brain begins to accept the abstract images as a reality. The understanding and acceptance of the images is due to the activity of one's higher senses, which will ascend the consciousness towards major spiritual developments, such as becoming fearless. When being present, you are intuitively aware of all things, because you are not time-orientated. This is when an intuitive thought or feeling may come to you, which is one way in which infinity speaks to you, through intuition. An intuitive thought is a spark of light that comes through the darkness of infinity. But do you catch it? Are you listening to the message that the intuition is giving you as it passes through you? Whenever you are feeling intuitive, you may hold it for a moment or two before deciding which way to respond. It could also be a feeling that you have, a knowing that something is coming, which will manifest itself in the right moment. You also realize that you have to be fully present in order to receive the energies and wisdom that infinity brings into your consciousness. The clock of infinity flows through being in the now, and being in the now tells us that we are eternal beings of infinity. Enlightenment on earth is obtained through disciplined spiritual practices that eliminate the ego from one's consciousness. One such way is to be fully present in the now, because the ego likes to keep you locked into the past. That can create fear or takes you into the future, which will develop into expectations. Both of these domains and many more are what the ego consciously tries to control. It is important to understand that the ego can only be present in the logical left hemisphere of the brain, because the light that is present in the intuitive right hemisphere of the brain holds a higher vibration of light that the ego cannot be present in. By working on eliminating the ego, by raising one's consciousness, through activating and stimulating the intuitive right hemisphere of the brain, the rewiring of logic will clear the pathway towards enlightenment. I thank you for watching and listening to this video. Blessings, peace, love and light. Ralph Jenkins.